everyone, it's Danica Favorite, and I am celebrating my 40th birthday. I am actually here in the beautiful Colorado mountains. I'm having a little hike. It's one of the things I wanted to do to celebrate my birthday. Having a lot of fun. And, it's funny because I keep telling people, I'm turning 40, I'm turning 40. And most people assume that I'm turning 40 means, oh no, I'm so depressed, I'm so sad. Oh, I don't like, but I want to tell you, I'm happy. I'm so excited to be embarking on this next phase of my life. And, it makes me think, one of my favorite movies is 13 Going on 30. Love that movie. And, it's so funny because she has this wish. She says, I want to be 30, flirty and thriving. And I wanted something like that for turning 40. I wanted to be like, I'm 40. And so I just decided that for me, I am 40, fabulous, and fully living the life that God has for me. And I really love that because I think that here I am as I'm embarking on the journey of being 40 and entering a new decade. I feel like this is really the decade for me to just be out there and be doing everything I always wanted to do. It's occurred to me over the past couple years as I've had a bunch of my dreams coming true and even just seeing the possibility of some of them coming true and, selling my first book, going to England, living in our mountain house, which, trust me, was not perfect, but it'll be there someday. And I think about that and I just think, how many years have I wasted just waiting for stuff to happen? And so, I'm moving forward on creating my dream of having retreats for people and really helping people find nourishment and refreshment. And I want to do more traveling. And there's just so many more things I want to do with my life. And I'm excited because I feel like now that I'm entering 40, I have so much more confidence and I really am pushing past that because I know how great it feels to get the things that I've always wanted and how great it feels to really be fully stepping into who I am. And I still haven't quite fully done it. I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress. And the reason I'm sharing this with all of you is that as I've been hiking, I've been really thinking about it. I've really been processing this idea of fully living into who God created me to be, into doing all the things that I've always wanted to do. And it occurred to me that so many people I talk to day in and day out, they talk about, I've always wanted to do this, or, I've always wanted to do that. And I never ask them, but the reality is that they're not doing it. And why? Why aren't we doing those things? Why is it that we all have something on our list that we think, I've always wanted to do that? Well, why haven't we done it? That's silly. And the reason, of course, is we have reasons. We have a lot of reasons. But I think the biggest thing is it boils down to we're afraid. We're afraid to take a risk. We're afraid to put ourselves out there and put that book in front of a publisher. I have several books that are sitting on the hard drive of my computer that I've never sent, even to my agent who thinks everything I do is wonderful. Okay, he doesn't. But let's just pretend he thinks everything I do is wonderful. And so I have these books I've never sent. And we have all these things we've never done, trips we've never taken, people we've never talked to, everything that we think, I want to do it, but there's this fear that keeps us from doing it. And we have great reasons, well, I don't have the experience to do it. I can tell you personally right here, woohoo, how many things that are on my list of things that I haven't done yet because I don't think I have the experience to do it, which is silly because I have the dream inside me that says I want to do it. So why am I not doing it? And a lot of the other reasons, we say, I don't have the money for it. And I know that's what kept us from going to England for a really long time. But once we actually started working on it and we actually started looking at how to make it work, it's amazing how all the pieces fell into place. And we got to go to England, which is something I never thought we'd have the money to do. And yet we did it. We somehow found a way to make it work. And it was crazy the way it all fell together. And my point is that we stop ourselves from doing all these great things that we think that we want to do, that we say, I've always wanted to do that. And we stop ourselves. And then we don't do them. And I think it's silly because God put those dreams in our hearts for a reason. God put the desire to do all these wonderful things for a reason. Now, I'm not talking about desires that are like, I don't know, weird, like criminal mastermind type things or that hurt other people, but just beautiful dreams like traveling to a place far, far away. God gave that dream to you for a reason. My retreat dream that I've had for years and years and years and years, God put that in my heart years ago. And I had all these reasons and all these excuses why it wouldn't work, why I couldn't do it. And that's silly because it's there for a reason. It's not in me as this way to tease me to say, oh, here, you're going to have this dream to do it, but you're never going to get to do it. God isn't mean like that. He wouldn't do that to us. He wouldn't give us these dreams for our lives and then not help us find the way to get them. And so that's what I think 40 for me is all about. And maybe you're not 40. Maybe you're younger. Maybe you're older. It doesn't matter. Whatever age you're at, I really encourage you to just take a look at those things that God's put in your heart and just say, okay, it's here for a reason. I'm going to just do it. I'm going to take the steps to do it. And maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, but I'm going to try. And I'm going to keep trying until I get there. It took me 12 years to sell my first book. And I think, what if I'd quit after only a couple tries? I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have the wonderful experience of having sold my first book. And I think that sometimes we just get caught up in that fear or in that lack of saying, oh, I don't know how, or I don't have all the money, I don't have all the tools, I don't have all the experience. But instead, we need to look at the possibilities. We need to say, okay, how can I make this work? I've always wanted to go to England. How could I make a trip to England work? You know how we made it work? Number one, we found a really great fare on sale. Number two, we had all these credit card reward points that paid for our hotels. And number three, I had just sold a book, and so we used some of that money. Wow. Suddenly, what was impossible was possible. And so I really want to encourage you, whatever it is that you want to do, take a look at the possibilities. Ask yourself, how can I make it work? What could I do today that could get me closer to that goal? And you know what? If there's something I can do to support you, if you're like, hey, I want to do this, how should I start? What do you think? I don't see how I can do it. I don't know how you can do it either, but I would love to brainstorm that with you. Because I really believe that each and every one of us, whatever those dreams in our hearts are, whatever God has said, this is for you, I'm putting this in your heart to do, I really believe that He has somehow equipped us to do it. But sometimes it's like a treasure and we have to dig for it. We have to hunt for it. We have to find a map and we have to search for it. But it's there. And I believe you can do it. So happy birthday to me. I am celebrating this beautiful, beautiful area. I mean, look at this. Seriously. Seriously, what a great way to celebrate, right? So I'm celebrating. I'm having a great, great day. I'm so happy. Seriously. I know that my face is not with joy, but I promise you, like inside, I'm going with joy. And so I know that it's because I'm following my dreams. I know it's because I'm trying to do all the things that I always said I wanted to do. That's why I'm happy. It's hard. I'm struggling in a lot of ways, but gosh, I'm so happy because I really feel like I'm living the life that I was meant to live. And I'm fully stepping into who God wants me to be. So my birthday present to you, because, it's my birthday. Who says I can't give presents, right? So my present to you is just the encouragement that whatever dreams are in your heart, I really want to encourage you to follow them. I really want you to just try. To just ask yourself the question, what if? Because you have that dream in your heart for a reason. And I really, really, truly believe you can do it. So have a great day. I'm going to go finish my hike and just really enjoy my time in nature because, oh man, it's so beautiful. Love it. Love being in nature. So anyway, happy birthday to me. Talk to y'all later.